Welcome back everyone to the channel. So in today's session we will see how to install an ESXi, and the environment that I'm using is a VMware workstation. So without much ado, let's go ahead and install the ESXi. So I have the VMware workstation installed. I'll click on File, I'll click on New Virtual Machine, a typical one, click on Next. I have downloaded the ISO version for VMware ESXi. I'll share the link from where you can download this. So basically it's around 350 MB of ISO file size. I'll share the link. You can go through this comment section, the description, and you can find out the link from there. So click on Next. Let's put in some name. It shows 2 because I have one version already installed over here. Let me put in the name ESXi 2. I'll take the default path. Click on Next. The maximum size 40 GB. I'll take the default ones. Click on Next. Just make sure that the memory that is required is at least 4096, that's 4 GB. Without this would not run. This is the minimum requirement to install an ESXi. Click on Finish. So this will load the ESXi installer. An automatic boot in 3 seconds. Okay, it's done. So as of now it's extracting the binary files as it does in Windows. In Windows you have it in the graphical format, whereas in ESXi this is built on Linux, so it will show everything in a CUI mode. Let's wait on this. So it's shutting down the firmware services now. To restart those. The scheduler is starting. The kernel has been loaded successfully. So once this bar reaches over here, the installation will be done, and then I'll show you how to do a basic configuration of this, like how to set up an IP address, how to put in the domain name. The domain name part, as in how to add this to a domain, that has been showed on a previous video. You can go ahead and have a look at that as well. So these are the different modules that is being loaded. So guys, let me know if you are liking the video or not, and if you want to make some feedback to be done on the videos, do let me know and I'll surely incorporate that. Okay, it says that it installs on most of the systems, but only if this is supported. Yes, that's okay. I'll press enter. I accept the terms and conditions. That's F11. So this will scan for the available devices, as in, do we have a mouse, do we have a keyboard on everything or not. A local storage, okay. US default keyboard, the root password. Now this is the same as your Windows admin password. So whatever you make sure that you do remember this. Okay, passwords match, enter. Now the installer is configured, and now we need to install this. F11. This is much faster as compared to a Windows installation. You see this? The bar started from 0, it's up to 26% now. Wouldn't take much of a time. Guys, a request to everyone. If you want to learn something out, do let me know in the comment section, and I'll try to prepare a video for that as well. It could be AD, it could be DNS, DHCP, anything related to Windows, anything related to ESXi, VMware. Just put in a comment and I'll try to create a video so that your answers stand answered. Sorry, your questions stand answered. Okay, we are at almost 86%. Okay, now it says reboot the server. Let's do a reboot. The server will shut down and reboot. So you have seen that it takes a much lesser time as compared to installation of a Windows operating system. I would say it did not take more than 3 to 4 minutes. So it's just coming up. It has a 4 gig of memory and 2 core i5 CPU. Friends, a request again, do subscribe to it if you haven't done it already, and also share it with your friends so that they also learn something out of this. It's just an initiative taken by me so that the knowledge is spread across to everyone, and this is all being done in such a simple way that if you keep following the video and practice the same on your machine, you would stay in line, and it's really easy to learn it across. Okay, the tools daemon is also starting. So you see an alphabet D at the end, that's the daemon. Okay, so by default it takes the DHCP IP address. Let's say I want to open up this. I can type in 192.168.223.136 and it will let me open this. 192.168.223.136. So this will open up the UI for the ESXi, and this being on DHCP, I can open it from my physical machine as well. Remember, the username is always root. I'll put in the password, and this will show me the UI version, the GUI version to be more specific. So this is a local host. If I want to see other settings, I can go to security and users to see how many users are created. Is this attached to a domain or not? No, it's not. In the other video, you'll see I have shown how to attach to a domain. How many users do we have for this? We have only one user. There are no virtual machines as of now. No additional storage added. The networking, we have the default ones, the VM network and the management network. Now, if you wish to attach an IP address to this ESX, a static one, let's do that. You need to go to the ESXi, press F2. That will ask you for the credential. Feed in your credential. I pressed F2, so it will take me to the configuration part. I'll configure the management network IPv4. So by default it takes the dynamic IPv4. I'll set it to static. Let me put in IP address 192.168.10.6 and the default gateway. Enter. I would not work with IPv6, so let it be as it is. DNS, as of now it's taking the DHCP DNS. I'll put in a static one. 192.168.10.2 and 10.3 are my DNS servers. Let me put in the name as ESX2. Enter. Custom DNS suffix. So the domain that I've been working on until now for my test environment is ask and expert.com. Press enter. If you press escape, it will ask you, do you want to save the changes? Yes. Let's go and test it out. So it will try to connect to the default gateway with both the DNS servers. The default gateway would fail because the routing has not been enabled yet. In coming sessions I'll do that as well. Now it's trying to connect to the two DNS that I have. This might fail because the management network is not, the LAN segment has not been set. I go to VM, I go to settings, I go to the network adapter, and I'll select the LAN segment that I've selected for the other three machines. Click OK. Let's do a test again. Test management network. Okay. The first one would fail, I'm sure on that. Okay, it is able to connect to the DNS1. Checking on DNS2. This might fail because the other machine is off. Let's stop this. If you want to configure the keyboard, by default I am using the US one, so I wouldn't change this. Let's press escape. There are various troubleshooting modules or the troubleshooting modes. You can enable the ESXi shell, you can enable SSH. I'll come on to these in later sections, so let's skip this for the time being. If you want to have a look at the logs, you can click on view system logs, and then if you want to see, let's say, the config log, let's press 3. So this is the config log. Q is for quit. You want to see the support information, whom to contact when things go wrong. So you need to contact VMware. The serial number is this. It's an evaluation version. So you'll find all the details about the ESXi. And in case you want to reset the system configuration as into the default ones, I wouldn't be doing it, but in case there's a need, you can press enter on this and you can reset the configuration. So guys, this is how we configure an ESXi from scratch. That is from installation until the configuration part. If you like the video, do hit on like, and make sure that if you have not subscribed yet, do subscribe to it. I'll come up with more sessions on ESXi and Windows in coming sessions. So until then, keep watching my videos and enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. Bye.